our population of prisoners is growing at 8%. Yet the national population is growing at 3%. So that depicts the elephant in the house. Inmates, convicts, and remands, why are they not put aside each separately? I think, Honourable Member, when I gave out the outline of my presentation, I think the biggest challenge there, as we said, is that we are over-congested. Currently, we have a total capacity of 22,000. It is open up there. It's 22,400. That's the capacity. But above that, we have 56,657 excess by any international standard. This one should not have been in the prison. So, in other words, therefore, our holding capacity is bloated. For every one space, we are keeping almost 4 human beings. So, when you ask, okay, you queried or you ask that why are convicts not be able to be separated from the remands? First of all, we don't have even a space to separate them. So the issue is just because we have no space. Otherwise, in the prison's structure, administration, convicts must be separated from remands. It's very clear. There is what we call classification of prisoners. Even within the convict population, there is the first, second, star. They are supposed to also be segregated and classified. But because we don't have the space, there is no way we can do any miracle about that, Honorable. But otherwise, as we go in the prisons books administration, all those are put in place. But simply because we are over-congested. In other words, therefore, when you say accessibility, the convict should not be able to access the remands. Now, because we are not able to segregate and we are not able to classify it, then it becomes what they commonly call katogo. I mean, everybody's just there. What we want, nobody escape. And we see our best. But for the convicted prisoners within a certain range, we have prison farms where we can take them away. And therefore, you find those ones, many of the prison farms don't have remand prisoners, apart from few which act both as a reception center and a prison farm. For instance, if you are in Mubuku is a prison farm, supposed to keep only convict prisoners. But Kasese, as a district, we don't have big prisons. So we also use Mubuku prison farm as a reception center. Tororo, another example. It's a prison farm, but at the same time, it's holding also remands. So, in other words, therefore, we cannot absolutely control accessibility where remand prisoners will not be able to access convicted prisoners because of space. Then there is, there was an issue raised about, I think it was still connected. So, what can prison do as keepers in this issue of overpopulation? I think the administration of justice, the Honourable Minister is here. Administration of justice is not about prisons alone. It is a chain, a huge chain. The chairman, LOC1 in the village, can ask the authority to arrest. And like any other Ugandans, you have the authority to arrest. But from the arresting to the police, from the police to go to the resident state attorney, and from there it goes to court, and from court we are the final at the back. So for us, as long as someone is having a duly signed and plus and reason and a correct document pertaining to the commitment of this person to custody, there is nothing much we can do. Except as jailous institutions, the administration of justice, we are working together, and that is why in this figure, it's a bit nice in that the population of convicts has now overshot the remand. There was a time when actually it was the reverse. The biggest population of the inmates were on remand. But now as we talk, we have 52.8% who are convicted prisoners, and then 46. It was almost 54. There was a time I think it was coming to 60%. That was the population of people on remand. So as justice, administration of justice stakeholders, the judiciary, the DPP, the police, the CID, the prisons, we work together and ensure that we systematically deal away with the problem of overconsumption. But I think Chairman, I think the problem is bigger than what meets the eye. Why are these people committing crimes? I think that should be the starting point, so that we address the problem before they reach the justice system. If we are able to address that problem where people don't commit many crimes, then that is it. But you see, the country is developing. Unless the country is developing, also sometimes the crime rate can easily, because people want good things, the country is developing. So that is the issue. But as prisons, for sure, one thing is we have, our budget have been slowly but systematically giving us a little bit push. But we need to construct, we need to rehabilitate. But that is not the lasting solution. The lasting solution to the overcrowding should be addressing the problem, why are people committing crimes? Remand. And these are always in the ambit of the court. And it is our duty to inform the court regularly, every month, the people who are on remand in our custody. We have prison cell card for prisoners who might be, because of one reason or another, has been taken out from the main to go and be away. Sometimes out of, because of health conditions, we segregate. If there are no proper area of, for instance, to maintain a violent prisoner, it can become a problem. So we have that, and it must be recorded. We have admission book. This is a very important admission book, because that is the beginning of everything. When the prisoners is brought to the prison, admission book. And in that admission book, all the details, all the particulars of these prisoners are recorded. The relatives, the contact number, the offense committed, the date of admission, its conditions, because we ensure that we have up-to-date information about this person. And that admission book is called Prison's Book 224.